I'm AK,
I'm Paul.
and we are doing a show called Paul's Lego Wall. So I'm going to review the spaceship, and then Paul will also talk about it.
So this is 6932, the Stardefender 200 in the UK. I've forgotten what the US title was. Anyway,
Okay, so I'm going to give my opinion of it first, and then you can give the background. So I can see that the white is really faded. So I think, Paul, this must be a toy that you had when you were a kid.
it is.
Okay, so it's definitely at least from the 80s, so it's definitely like what I would call a vintage Lego set. It has space, but it doesn't have like what I would expect from space. It's not an M-tron, so that's surprising to me. Definitely has that very classic. Does this have play features, may I?
You may.
Alright, so let's see. Holding up to camera. Okay, so let's just open. Kind of opens a weird way. Okay, there's a pilot inside. Classic kind of looking person, but they have a. I'm gonna take the. Is that alright?
That's okay.
Oh no, I took his head off.
That's a risk.
Uh,
Wobble him sideways, then his legs might not come out.
oh no. Oh, there's a secret toy in there. Okay, cool. This is very cute. All right, so here's. Oh no! I'm sorry, I injured the Lego person. So let's do some emergency surgery. I like how you put the surgery out of sight because you wanted to keep the Lego person there. So I can tell this is not like a super original space person because they have a visor, unless you put that visor on later.
No, this is actually. So this set is, you're right, it's from 1987. It's from Futuron, which was the attempt after Classic Space to do a unified theme with white, black, and trans dark blue color scheme. And the minifigs got an entirely new outfit with the Classic Space logo, but with a zipper. And the visor was, in fact, newly released that year with the new style helmet.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Still has a classic smiley though.
Because based on the Lego movie, I thought that Classic Space Guy does not have a visor. This visor is not.
You're right, Classic Space Guy doesn't, but this is from just after Classic Space.
So this came with this little thing, this little vehicle.
Buggy.
Which, where was it? Was it inside the... Let's hold this up to the camera so they can see. So it was like this?
Something like that.
All right, and so then...
That works.
So then this is pretty swooshable. So when this spaceship lands, the guy could get in and drive around wherever it is. It's kind of cool. You can actually, maybe you can see it. There's little like control panels that they could use to operate. What else does this have that's cool? Oh no, did this fall off?
That fell off a long while ago. I actually sort of noticed that while I was starting the video, and I thought about going into the box to get it, but let's just go. I've got spares.
So it's not lost.
No, it's not you.
Okay, that's good. Sorry, I was really worried. Okay, does this come off?
It does. You can pull that out. You can pull both of the pods off.
I feel like this is a lot more delicate than... Oh, that's pretty good. It has a little Technic pin.
Yep.
All right, so this is a pod. Wait a minute. What's in it? I think there's a person.
Lift it up from the bottom.
From the bottom. There's a person in there. How cool is that? Okay. I feel like I would have really enjoyed this as a kid. Did you play with this as a kid?
Yes. So you can take off both pods and then you can put them together and have
nice.
a like flying around, if I can get the line for them to line up. So you can have a double flying around pod thing and the rest of the spaceship carrying the buggy.
Okay.
So
I have a question.
I think
for
that's
you.
a pretty play feature.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm a fan of play features, even though I don't really play with them. So here's my question for you, Paul. If
yes, AK.
we just have to say our names so people know who it is. If someone wanted to like build this right now, could they buy these pieces? I mean, I know you can't buy the set. I'd say, like common pieces, or are there any pieces here that are rare?
The rarest piece by far is the canopy piece, which is
Are there any canopies
very
like this
long.
Shape?
There are, but they're all vintage. I think they stopped making them in the mid-90s.
Okay.
So they're probably the hardest piece to get. Most of the other pieces are fairly common.
So if you were like going to just buy this, how much do you think like a canopy alone would cost?
You know, if you'd asked me, I could look up exactly how much I paid for it on Bricklink 5 years ago, but about
Yes?
$10 at most.
Okay, so if you really thought this set was super duper cool, you could rebuild it.
Yeah.
Can you get the pattern? They're called patterns? No.
Instructions.
Can you get the instructions?
You
of something like it's
can,
knitting?
not on the Lego site because this is too old for that, but you can on Futuron.com, which
Okay.
is my go-to for vintage Lego scans.
Okay, cool. There's another thing that's missing here.
I know, it's probably at the bottom of the box. I
Okay.
didn't box these up very well.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for today's installment of Paul's Lego wall. As you can see, there's a lot on that wall. And in fact, the things that are on that wall is only a fraction of what is here. And maybe we'll do this again. Okay, bye.
Bye.